the show has such a huge fandom online, so many blogs, websites, wikis. Do you ever find yourself reading any of that?
I did. Well, first of all, I'm on Twitter. So you guys can find me on Twitter, Bauer von Straten, if you're on there, because I'm having a blast on there. And I figure that everyone who finds me on there is probably going to be fairly friendly. But so I look at those. But the first season, I just wanted to see if anyone was talking about Pam. So, well, I put in Pam, and I saw pages, and I thought, okay, good. And I heard this little voice in my head that said, walk away. And I ignored it. So I clicked on the first page and I caught, it said something about, doesn't Kristin Bauer look like Angelina Jolie? And I thought, oh, that's good. And I clicked on it, and right below it said, the response was, no, Kristin Bauer is blonde and heavier. So I went from really high to really low to medium because everyone's heavier than Angelina Jolie. So I still felt pretty good, but I learned.
Yeah, is that when you, I don't even know, is that when you go on like the Wiki page? Like,
oh yeah, that I don't know.
I don't think I've ever, I'm scared.
You should be.
I mean, because you never remember the good things as an actor. Like if you read your reviews or something, you always remember the bad, the one, one bad thing. So I'm kind of scared. I stay away.
Regina got me hooked the first season.
Really?
Regina came to me and she said, Nelsan, they're saying that we're like buffoons. And I said, who? And she was like, and she came over to my house and we went to the page. And now I don't do it. She comes to me, she's like, Nelsan, they're saying, I'm like, Regina, I don't really want to see it. The whole first season, every time the show aired, I would run to the computer. And Regina called me, did you see on this page? Because they grouped me and Regina up in the first season, and so they would talk about Lafayette and Terra. Now we've since divided, but no, I don't look at it no more. It's the bad stuff.
That's true.
Some of the scenes on the show are just profoundly emotional, profoundly beautiful, but then some of the scenes are just profoundly disgusting. Like whenever a vampire gets staked, or I'm thinking about the scene where Lafayette was in the dungeon and had to use a severed leg to escape. What's it like filming those kind of scenes?
I mean, the nasty blood aside and being in the nasty dungeon, but all the extreme stuff is fun. I find it.
Yeah, I always want to get more blood on me. Is it sticky? Do they use the non-sticky blood?
There's non-sticky blood? They
use decaffeinated blood?
Diet
blood?
The sticky blood that tears your flesh.
Yeah.
When your flesh comes together and it peels apart, it actually tears my flesh.
I fed on you. I just remembered I fed on you.
That's right.
Because I was thinking, why I didn't have you? Because I was thinking I haven't had that much blood on me, and then I remembered, oh.
You had Lafayette's blood on you?
Yeah, now that was funny, because do you remember after the first tape, what the director said? Like, because there was Nelsan's body on the couch, and there was myself, Alex, and the actor who plays Chow, and we were just supposed to do fangs and come in and, and so, action, and we went and we did it, but the camera was up above, filming down, and we had to put blood in our mouth, and then, so it would drip out on you, and they could maybe see part of it running out. And so they said, cut. We heard all this giggling from, we call it Video Village, where the directors and the producers are. And then the director said, we just have to figure out how to make it not look like Eric is blowing. Because Alex was in the middle, so we just went 3 people on a body. And then we moved our heads like we were eating.
Oh my God.
I thought Alex was purposely going for my crotch. I thought he was like, I'll take the crotch.
I think he might have been. The thigh, you know, we do the armpit, the thigh, and I don't know. He's Swedish.
He's European. Different. Yeah, different languages, different money. You know.
The character of Sam Rock.
We're getting ourselves in trouble.
Oh, do not get me in trouble, you guys. What happens at Dragon Con stays at Dragon Con. Wait, who's videoing us? What is that, guys?
We're on TV. I think we're on DC TV.
I have to learn to read, that's it.
The character of Sam Merlot, we've seen some of his backstory. We know he was abandoned at 15 and kind of had to learn to steal to survive. Then later we see that he turns into a killer, a murderer, a professional thief. And then later he's the bar owner who is complaining that he's too nice to everyone. Do you think we're going to see more of his backstory and find out how he's kind of made these different transitions to different personalities over his life?
Well, yeah, I hope so. I think that's one of the things that I like most about my character is that we don't really know what happened from 15 until he got to Bon Temps, and that was a good amount of time, and he somehow amassed a fair amount of money, you know, to buy the bar and the apartment building. And so I mean I loved getting to do the flashback because it was just a different kind of thing, but I hope we do some more, you know, flashbacks, and hopefully when we do the flashbacks it's old enough that I get to play the part, because that little kid got to play a lot of he got some really good scenes, and I was like, I want those scenes. And he got to have sex with Mary Ann, yeah. So hopefully, I mean, I love that. I love the flashback stuff, so I'd like to do a lot more.
Did you want to do that sex scene with Mary Ann?
I don't know. Sure, yes.
On the show, early on, we had Terry, and he had post-traumatic stress disorder that was kind of played a little bit for comedy. But then in the second season, Lafayette gets kidnapped and put in this dungeon, and suddenly he's got it too, but it's a very scary, very real kind of thing. Tell me about filming that. Tell me about acting that idea of Lafayette suffering post-traumatic stress disorder after being kidnapped and tortured.
I didn't like it. I didn't. Alan, I was like, where's the fun, Lafayette? Where's the fun? And one of the writers and producers, Wu, said, well, every character has to be flipped in True Blood. So, I mean, it was, I didn't like it, but it was fun exploring other sides of Lafayette's humanity. I mean, what do I know? I'm just an actor. The writers and the producers are brilliant. They've been, and Alan Ball, of course, is a god among men. So it was fun, and it works to the betterment of the character.
You did such a great performance. What were you drawing upon for that?
I don't know. I think I was just acting.
All right, well, we're going to take some audience questions. We'll start